Serve Sporting Club and Resort.
The countdown is on as people shuffle into Indian Point Park ahead of the fireworks. Let's hop out to Providence in the Skycam right now, and we'll get a move on in terms of this forecast and what it holds for the big event. Now, it's been pretty murky today. It's been pretty humid, too. You can see it's 83 degrees in Providence, but it's feeling like we're in the upper 80s with our dew point temperatures in the 70s. Remember, that's the measure of the moisture in the air, or one of the ways that we find that value. And those numbers in the 70s means it feels downright tropical outside. And unfortunately, as we get toward firework time, that won't change, but a couple other things will. Clouds are going to decrease over the next couple of hours. We could get a stray shower early on in the evening within, I would say, the next 2 hours or so. But by the time we get to 9 p.m., showers are gone, clouds are decreasing. Humidity, yeah, still there. But we're in the low 70s and it's not too bad. Hopefully you get us a chance to get outside and enjoy the fireworks. I know I'm heading down that way as soon as we're done with work, that is, but still going to be such a cool night in Providence. And we have so many events like that across the area these next couple of days. So let's keep on keeping on here and we'll talk about what's next. Overnight tonight, as we wake up even tomorrow morning, temperatures in the mid and upper 60s, mostly cloudy, patchy fog, and that's just about it. Now tomorrow, it's a little bit of an interesting day, and I don't say that in a great way. It's going to be hazy, hot, and humid, our 3 H's of weather. We're looking at the upper 80s for so many of our inland cities, mid 80s for the coast, and we are watching for a couple of thunderstorms tomorrow, some of which could be a little nasty. Let's get through our temperatures and our feels first. The middle of the day will stay pretty dry, and even the morning more of the same, but look how those feels like temperatures increase dramatically into the afternoon, where it will feel like the upper 80s and low 90s, and I really do think it will feel like the mid 90s at times. Now, you might be wondering if the front that's been stalled here, the one that brought us the storms yesterday, is the culprit for tomorrow, and the answer is no. A second front all the way back in the Midwest, this thing's going to hustle back to New England as we get into tomorrow and drive a couple of storms our way. Now, what are we expecting? Well, we could see 1 or 2 of these become strong or severe. I think the chances are higher once you get out toward the Berkshires, Western Connecticut, and even if you have any plans to head to upstate New York into the Catskills and the Adirondacks, I think that's where those chances are a little bit higher. But for us, it's still not out of the question. We could have some gusty winds and we could have some hail up to the size of a quarter. That's about 1 inch in diameter. Heavy rain also part of the equation here, and all of this looks like it's going to happen between 5 and 9 p.m. So you can see why I've been stressing about this forecast a little bit, with New Bedford's fireworks kicking off at 9, Bristol's at 9:30. Here's as we get into the evening, 5, 6, 7 o'clock. That's where I think this front comes through and drives the worst of the weather our way. And again, a couple of these storms could be a little bit nasty, so you really want to make sure you're staying weather aware. 7, 8, 9 o'clock, that's where these storms move away and things quiet down. Here's 9 on the board right now, again, when the fireworks kick off in New Bedford, and I think things are looking all right. We still have some clouds around, still a little bit sticky, but that's going to go by the wayside pretty quickly as we get into Friday. On that note, this is the part of the forecast I have been relishing, because I'm going to get off the screen. You don't need to see me. You just need to see this. Look at the temperatures and the conditions for the 4th of July. Could it be nicer? I don't think so. If you have a complaint with that forecast, truly I'd love to hear it, because I cannot think of one. Temperature is going to be in the low 80s, upper 70s for the coast, mostly sunny. And here's the best part. Look at the dew point trend. Friday and Saturday, it's like, woo, down go those numbers, and it's going to be so dry and comfortable. That is very Christina-friendly weather. Saturday is going to be gorgeous as well. Don't want to write off Saturday. It's going to be magnificent in the low and mid 80s. And again, the sunshine sticks around, feels nice and dry outside. Humidity comes back on Sunday, temperatures in the upper 80s, and we keep that around, that feeling on Monday. Next chance of thunder is on Tuesday afternoon.